Hello, Scorpio. Elsie here to do your reading for the week ahead. My psychic friends, how are you? Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you as I have throughout the entire year. Scorpio, I just want to take a minute to say thank you for all the ways you've been loving on this channel this year. Look, this is a reading for the week ahead. It's always going to be for the week ahead when you find these readings, Scorpio, but this particular one is the last read for 2023. So let's see what energies are coming up for you in 2023. And thank you for being in the comments. Your thumbs up matter. Your commenting matters. I love to get to know you. Thank you for all your private bookings and all the ways that you've been encouraging me and loving on me. I'm looking forward to reading for you in 2024. Let's take a look at Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me what energies we're starting off with for Scorpio, please. Milk and honey. Well, that's not a bad place to start. We've got to the sea. I want to say it's been a long journey to here. I want to say if things have been going not particularly well for you, Scorpio, over the last little bit, that things are about to get better. You're about to move into an energy of milk and honey here. And we have the rainbow, right? And the rainbow is an indication that the hard times are over, biblically anyway. We have 5 and 1, which is a 6. And so I feel like you're feeling beautiful or you're feeling rejuvenated. I'm looking at the honey, and what I know about honey is, well, because I used to be a cosmetologist, is that honey is a humectant. And when you use it on your skin, that's what draws water out of the environment and draws it towards you. It really keeps your skin in good health. We've got milk and honey, and Cleopatra used to take baths in milk and honey. And we've got a little elephant here. And, the elephant essentially is it's like the remover of obstacles, and it's like a hard time is over. So I feel like for some of you, I can tell you that if you've been on this really long journey and it feels like you've been on this long emotional journey by yourself, that the universe always had you in their hands, right? This card number 7. For me as a reader, 7s are always about heaven and about the creator looking over you here. You can see there's a face in the clouds. Time to go. Yeah, I feel like it's time that you step away from this feeling of feeling orphaned, feeling like nobody wanted you, or feeling like you got left behind or on the side of the road. I feel like it's time for you now to experience what's on the other side of the rainbow. Kind of love that. Let's take a look here. One more card for Scorpio, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Scorpio. We've got success. I like it. It says, I know that there is no greater goal than to love. Okay, so I was going to mention that 5 and 1 is 6, and 6 is the number of the lovers in tarot. So I want to say that some of you are coming through a hard time, and what is about to present itself to you is something really beautiful, something and it feels like it has to do with love, because now we have that knowing that you want success in love. It feels like you're going to get it. It feels like whatever is on the other side of the rainbow is the thing that you've wanted. Change. It says, I understand that nothing can grow or evolve without movement. And that is, it's true, right? If you can't change your mind, you can't change your life. And that's the truth of it. If you can't change your mind and see things from another perspective in order to learn something new, it's going to be a hard life for you, for sure. And although I know it takes you a long time to change, because I'm a fixed sign and I get you, I feel like you have the ability to change. It's just going to take a while. And I think that you have been heading toward this milk and honey or whatever's on the other side of the rainbow for a while here. I know that there's no greater goal than to love. You want success in love. We have I love it. Opening to your spiritual source, finding sanctuary. So you are listening to the higher self. You have found your gut. You are listening to yourself. You are no longer asking people what's good for you. You're making decisions accordingly because you know what's good for you, because you've opened up to source. So either you're a person who has taken to prayer, or you are doing a lot of meditation. And I think that in those meditations, you've been hoping for happiness and love, and I think it's on the way. We've got the gates of triumph. There you go. Success again. We've got success twice, right? It says success, and it says success expands in your life. So you're about to have success in something that you have been, I'm going to say, learning about from the higher self for a little bit now. And sometimes it takes us a little bit of time to learn the lessons, right? Not all of us learn at the same pace. Look, I'm a Taurus, and I learn things really slowly, or rather I see them and I understand them, but I'm not sure if I want to implement them. They got to be my own idea. That's the thing with a fixed sign. You don't tell me what to do. I got to make the decision on my own. All right, let's look at some tarot, find out what else is coming out for you, Scorpio, for the week ahead. Last week of 2023, my friends. Let's find out what's coming up for the week ahead. Happy holidays to those of you who are celebrating Christmas and Kwanzaa. Christmas is the 25th, Kwanzaa is the 26th. Here we go. Let's take a look for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter. We start out with the Devil energy here. We've got the Eight of Pentacles. Got the Ace of Gifts here. So now we've got 9 pentacles here. Let's keep going. We've got the Star. We've got the 5 of Swords, or the 5 of Canes in this deck. And we've got the Knight of Canes, which is the Knight of Swords. All right. So Scorpio, I think that you have been contemplating making contact with someone here, communicating with them, being brave, and it is kind of cute. This person's got a sleigh behind them. And I remember as a kid, I mean, we had a lot of snow here in the central Canada when I was a kid. We'd sometimes walk in it like it would be pushed up to the sides, like higher than my head, as like a 12-year-old, right? You're what, 4.5 feet tall. It was deeper than me. But we have the Knight of Canes, and it does take a certain amount of bravery to get to the top of that hill and go down by yourself on one of these crazy deals here. And so I want to say that you're really brave, but I also want to say that you've made it to the top of the mountain and you're about to get on that sleigh and gain speed, because the Knight of the Knight of Swords is the one who is only interested in getting there first, not necessarily with all of the details, but definitely we know we want to make changes. We know that that we need to make a quick arrival. It feels like you want to make a quick arrival somewhere after leaving somewhere else. We've got 5 swords here, and 1 in the Knight's hands is 6. And so, sorry, I keep saying wands, but it's swords. We've got 5 of swords and 1 is 6. That means to me that you're moving on from somewhere, that you've healed something here and you're moving on. This is consistent with the rainbow. It feels like a hard time is gone, and now it's giving you the ability to be able to move again. Like maybe you felt stuck before. We have the Star, and we have the Devil card as well. I really do feel that the plight of this Knight of Swords is the fear of being vulnerable with somebody. And I feel like that is what you're dealing with right now. You're thinking about wanting to be vulnerable with someone who feels like a wish fulfillment, or a situation that feels like a wish fulfillment, but it feels like fear is kind of seeping in a little bit. There's a little bit of fear of vulnerability is the Star. We have the 8 of Pentacles here. And so I feel like you've gone through some real deep healing here. The 8 of Pentacles is about you. It's the 8. It's working really hard on yourself. It feels like you're about to wrap up on some healing here, or the last gift that you're wrapping is the biggest. And I feel like it's like you've wrapped up some sort of a really big cycle here, I want to say. You're wrapping up a big cycle, because the end of the cycle is coming, or the end of the chapter, right? Which is next week. That's the last week of the year. We have the 5 of Swords here, and I want to say that it almost feels like you've learned a lesson here. And I think that the lesson is that with the 5 of Canes is that, yes, it feels good to win, but at what cost? And so I want to say that maybe you wandered around the wilderness for a little bit, not really knowing, kind of bumping into things and not really being awake or aware, maybe self-aware. But I feel like you've come into this place of self-awareness with the 8 of Pentacles. And now you've realized that maybe you've given up some sort of a moment, or an Ace of Pentacles here, the Ace of Gifts. It's like you won something, but at what cost? I think you're going back to talk to somebody, because the Knight is pointing into the past and looking directly at this card here, pointed directly here, which is finding sanctuary and opening to your spiritual source. We've got the 4 of Good Cheer on the bottom of the deck. I feel like you still have a cup for the Empress. I feel like you want to talk. There's an aha moment here. It's the Ace of Swords, and it comes on the other side of this Empress here. I feel like you want to speak to the Empress, or the Empress wants to speak with you. I feel like you have been, it's almost like you've been hiding yourself away, not really going out, not doing anything, not being very social, because the 3 cups are poured out here. The 3 of Cups is the happiness and the social times. But I do feel like while you're working that you are thinking about this Ace of Cups, the Ace of Cups that I feel you want to give to the Empress, possibly. Tell me about the Devil energy, please. Tell me about this Devil energy for Scorpio, please. We have the 10 of Swords. So this isn't going to be a long time thing. I feel like you are going to shake this off. I want to say what's ending here, the cycle that's ending, is the cycle of fear and doubt and I can't be vulnerable. I don't want to be vulnerable. I know it's hard to show all of that on the surface for you, but I feel as though you are off to speak to someone and be a little bit more vulnerable with them than you usually have been in the past. We have the 8 of Swords. So I feel like this is a really hard decision, that you felt like you couldn't make this decision, or you've been thinking obsessively about ending something here. And I think that what you're ending is you're no longer, I feel like you're charging at it with confidence, because this Devil energy here, it's the end of the road for the Devil energy. We do have the 7 of Good Cheer, which is the 7 of Cups. And so it tells me that there's overwhelming emotion in obsessively thinking about, I feel it's this conversation, and you've decided you can no longer have fear. You can no longer be scared to do the things you want to do. It's time to end the cycle of being in your head, and it's time to stop being overwhelmed with your thoughts. I think this year, I think you should stop and take a look back there, who you were at the beginning of the year, because I don't think that is who you are right now, because the 8 of Pentacles is here. You've been working really hard on yourself. Just listening. Yeah, it almost feels like you walked away from a really good opportunity, but I think that you're on the way back. Tell me what this opportunity is here. It's the 10 of Cups. It's a realization that I feel like you left a package on the doorstep. Maybe the porch pirates came and took it, but you left something on the doorstep here, and I feel like it's the 10 of Cups, the 10 of Good Cheer. You feel like you won something. I want to say, like, if I had to say a situation that maybe you're not talking to someone and it's deadlock, it's like they're not communicating with you and you're not communicating with them, and you think that you've won because you're keeping your energy back, but at what cost? The cost of leaving the Ace of Pentacles behind, the thing that could have changed your life. The 10 of Cups here. We have the 7 of Swords in the reverse. It feels like you need to be honest with yourself, and I think you have been. You've realized, I think, that you're honest with yourself, that you did hold back, but it feels like you're no longer going to hold back, because the 7th, this particular one, shows this person holding all of these here. leaving nothing for everyone else, leaving everything to the imagination. But when it's in the reverse, it's like something is coming to the surface that you were concealing. What you were concealing is that you really did have your eye on the Ace of Pentacles. I think you have a little more confidence because we've got the 8 and the Ace next to each other, which is 9. You've got a lot more confidence, maybe in your Pentacle world, maybe of things that are going on in your Pentacle world. We've got the Knight of Pentacles here. So you've got an offer for someone, I think. I think that you're being honest with yourself finally about where the Ace of Pentacles actually is. And I feel like you're about to be honest with yourself. And it's been a long time since you've been this honest with yourself. Tell me where you're going. Who are you going to speak with? Tell me about the Knight of Swords, please. Where's the Knight of Swords off to? We've got the 6 of Swords. We've got the Chariot in reverse. And we have the 4 of Wands. Yeah, it almost feels like a block. It feels like you got in your own way, Scorpio. The Chariot's in the reverse, which tells me that it feels like you're going to go there anyway. And I feel like you're going to have a communication or a conversation with somebody here. You're going to go anyway, but I don't think that you think it works out in your favor. We've got the 6 of Swords, and the 6 of Swords is about moving on, getting out of the chaos and going to the calm. And it feels like you left with nothing. You're leaving with nothing. Like we've got pictures on the outsides of these bags, but the bags are empty and everyone's getting in the car. It feels like you're going to tell someone that I left, but when I left, it's like I left all of this energy on the table and I'd like to revisit it. It's like you want to talk about it. I don't think you're going to do it next week, to be honest. I feel like you're thinking about it next week, but I don't think you'll do it next week. The Chariot's in the reverse, which is telling me that your energy is off, or you're not ready, or you're not ready for the victory. And the 4 of candles, or the 4 of wands, is here. It feels like you need to speak to someone about house, home, hearth. It's like it could be family. Maybe you don't want to go to the family gathering. Tell me what else I need to know about the Knight of Wands, please. We have the Page of Wands. I feel like you are going to communicate for sure with somebody here. We've got the Messenger. Oh, it's a turning point. Look at that. This communication that you send, Scorpio, is a turning point on something here. Tell me more. It's the Wheel of Fortune that just showed up. 10 of Wands tells me that you've been carrying something that's really burdensome. Look, there's a letter or some notes or something on the table here. It feels like somebody here wants to drop some of their burdens. Some of these could be receipts. It could be. It feels like it's an argument between two people, or two people stop talking. It's like, I've got the receipts. I know what you said. It's like we're getting really petty, and I feel like it's like you can put these burdens down now because the Wheel of Fortune is here. The turning point, the change. What's going to change is I think you're going to be opening conversation with somebody you haven't spoken with in a while, and I think you just want to stop worrying. We've got Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo energy here. We've got Cancer energy here. We've got Aquarius and Capricorn energy. I feel like in the week ahead, you are going to be dropping some sort of a big burden. And it is a turning point for you. You're going to communicate with somebody here. You're going to reach out. What are you going to say? That you're nostalgic. I love this. So you do have history with this person. You've been thinking about them and all the good times that you've had. This person, by the way, this depiction is kind of cool because this person, you can see it's an outdoor scene and these kids have jackets and stuff on. This person is actually watching these nostalgic moments. They're actually not participating. So this person, you can see, is in like their pajamas, their slippers. This is actually a memory this person is engaged in. So I feel that the Wheel of Fortune is here for change. It's here for abundance, things to move forward in a fortunate way. And I think that the thing that you need to drop here, the burden that you're carrying, is that you haven't seen someone here for a long time. And I feel like you're remembering how wonderful it was, or conversations that you had, or going to their home, or sharing space, or it feels like you're feeling quite nostalgic in the week ahead, as some of us do, right? We look at the past in our life, and we look at the year, and we see how we've built ourselves to here. I feel like you're going to communicate with someone, and it may not be next week, but I feel like it's going to be around the 1st. It feels like it's going to be like you're really thinking about this person already. So as we go into the next week where all the celebrations take place, I feel like this is where your time is occupied in the mind, thinking about dropping burdens and this change, this turning point here. Things are about to change in a very positive way. Tell me what is about to change. We've got the Page of Gifts. We've got the 3 of Swords in the reverse, and we have the 7 of Pentacles. The 7 of Pentacles shows me that it's almost time. This person is taking those gifts out from under the bed. They've been waiting long enough. They've got their gifts and they've wrapped them all, and they're under the bed, and now they can bring them out and put them under the tree. So I want to say you're almost there. You're like right around the corner from this whole thing coming together in this beautiful scene. We've got the 3 of Swords in the reverse, and we've got the Page of Gifts. It's already begun. It's already begun in the Pentacle world. And I feel like it's something that is around the corner. You're almost there. It's time to put those gifts under the tree. The 3 of Swords is the letting go of the heartache or heartbreak. No more waiting for that. I think that's your Christmas miracle there. There you go. Got the King of Pentacles. That definitely could be your energy, Scorpio. I know that you are water energy, but I feel like you are here, solid and sturdy and ready for change. I think that you are financially well off. I think that your home life is good, and I feel like you're having thoughts about dropping some burdens with someone that maybe you want to reach out to. It's been a while since you've spoken with them. The 6 of Cups for me could be love. It could be friendship. It could be someone who's been following you around for lifetimes. It could be deep love. It could be soulmate connection, but it could also be family. Take it as it resonates. I'm going to go for now. Thank you, Scorpio, for all the ways that you've loved me this year. I appreciate you so much. I'll be back to read for you in 2024, of course. Why wouldn't I? Love you guys, and I'm up for now. Bye-bye.